Hey, what up, man? You see what it is. So the trade is officially done and over with. It's reported done. Nothing's official yet. I don't think they've done a press conference or what have you. But AD is a Laker. As far as the move goes, I mean, I feel like we got a steal. We got a better deal for Anthony Davis, which is a much better player, equally than Pau Gasol was at the time that Pau Gasol was traded. Looking at AD's numbers, he would be more comparable to a prime KG and or Tim Duncan stat wise. Game, there's more to be desired, and especially when it comes to health. Compared to Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett, Anthony Davis is horrible when it comes to dependability and leadership and heart and all those other things. But talent-wise and stat-wise, impact, he's very close. Again, a lot more things are, wished for and, requested in a guy of his talent level. But, hey, he's still a top 10 player in the league, hands down without question, despite those shortcomings. We got a steal. We basically got him for 2 packs of gum and a thank you. Lonzo Ball, as much people have hyped him up, I never liked that pick. I wanted De'Aaron Fox to go number 2 over Lonzo Ball, and lo and behold, overall the best pick would have been, even better than those two, would have been either Spider Mitchell and or Jason Tatum, of course. But for whatever reason, everybody was so hyped on Lonzo Ball. He's been extremely injury plagued his first 2 seasons. They talked about the triple doubles and the whole Jason Kidd comparisons, those type things. I'm not sold on him. Am I saying he's a bum or bust? No. But if I had to give Lonzo Ball to get Anthony Davis, yes, heartbeat. So that's a good trade-off. Brandon Ingram, same thing. Wish the brother the most health as possible, but he just got diagnosed with extremely serious, possibly career-ending condition. The same thing that some similar. I don't know if it's the exact same thing, but some extremely similar to what happened to Chris Bosh. Those blood clots are no joke, man. So he was able to clear waivers because they originally weren't going to do the deal with him. They rejected because it was Brandon Ingram, and they asked for Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma would have been like too much for me. But being that they were able to get it done with Brandon Ingram again, a guy that's pretty much capped out as far as I'm concerned on his ceiling. Kyle Kuzma matched him in production his rookie season as a 6-man and less minutes. Okay, and Brandon Ingram, pretty much to me, he has to commit to getting his body right. Again, talent and all that's cool, but you can't be like 185 pounds, man, at 6'7", and stay the same size in the NBA. I mean, prime example of that, and the ultimate example of putting in the hard work on your body while still maintaining, that slender frame, and you're not necessarily being hulked out or being extremely bulky, is Giannis. Giannis still has an extremely slim physique in comparison to any and everybody else in the league, but he's as strong as an ox. He's proved that this year, and other players have even talked about the sentiments of it. So Brandon Ingram has to show that dedication to improving his body at the professional level, being a professional athlete. He hasn't done it, and that has for me, pretty much capped out his potential until he improves upon that. This fight this year was extremely telling, because the whole reason that fight happened, if you go back and look at it and watch it, was that he was mad to the fact that he fouled James Harden. And I remember I watched the game live, and what fucked him up was that he fouled him, but he was so weak that even though he fouled James Harden was able to push through him, and like just, he basically sunned him without even really trying, because he lacked the strength. So he couldn't follow through and stop James Harden dead in his track. James Harden still ran through him despite him giving him the hard foul. That frustrated him, man. Again, you know what I'm saying? It's like a man amongst boys. It's like, certain things as a man frustrate you when, you know what I'm saying, you're up against, especially in physical altercations, physical situations, and something as competitive as basketball, and you go up against a motherfucker where like it's just nothing you can do. Like you just gave this motherfucker a hard foul. You can see he like tried to stop him, and then he bum rushed through you, and it's like nothing you can do. So I just think, you know, that was very telling. But so again, that's something I would definitely give up in a heartbeat for Brandon Ingram for top 5 to top 10 player in the league, Anthony Davis. And finally, the last piece, Josh Hart. Josh Hart to me is maybe a rotation player, maybe 8th, possibly 7th at best, coming off the bench. He's extremely undersized. Yeah, is he good defensively? Yeah, but is he a Patrick Beverly? No, nowhere near it. Okay, is he anything impressive or outstanding offensively? No, nowhere near it. So again, with Josh Hart, again, if I had to give him up a rotational player in order to get Anthony Davis, yeah, I'm doing it in a heartbeat. The 3 first-round picks, you get this pick this year, it's given up, but pretty much everybody is saying anything past the 3rd pick is useless anyway, even though I think there are going to be a lot of sleepers in this draft. I totally forgot about Bol Bol. Bol Bol has a whole lot of promise. That's Luke Bol's son. He's extremely versatile. What I seen him from high school, his mixtapes and things. Then I seen him for a little bit of college before he got hurt. Again, if he works on his body, he can be impressive. He has a lot of skills. He's a guard-like center player, Anthony Davis-esque, but you know, of course, you know, not as polished or not as you know, anywhere near that level yet. But he has the signs to go down that track of player. I think it's another foreign guy. Of course, there's always a couple of foreign guys here and there, and then you get a sleeper pick. You're going to get at least one sleeper pick out of this draft. This draft is going to be extremely, you know, exciting to watch because Zion is going to be it, man. Like I said, I think this may be, you know, one of those drafts to rival or possibly compete with the 84 draft, the 96 draft, and 2003 draft. Again, this year's 4th pick, and then 2 other picks, 3 total first-round picks, which if you project it being with this team or where you should be finishing anywhere from, you know, the highest top 2 seeds, especially top 4, if not top 2 seeds in the West, with Golden State now pretty much being out of commission for a year. It's going to be the Steph Curry and the Draymond show. Clay's out with an ACL, torn ACL. He's going to be out for a year, rehabbing all those things. KD's out, of course, with the Achilles for a year. So who do you get to come to, and who do you sign for a year for Golden State? I know they'll be able to waive one of those guys' contracts despite signing them to the max, being that their injury, they have the injury clause or whatnot. I forget what team we were able to do that for. I forget, but I know they did that for somebody. The Lakers did not too long ago. We were able to sign someone else with that money from the injury clause. But yeah, that's going to be, they're pretty much out of the picture. So most importantly, now that we have Anthony Davis, LeBron James has no excuses. I don't want to hear one excuse of us not at least making it to the NBA Finals and honestly winning the NBA Finals next year. Don't want to hear it. You did this power move, you did this fuck shit in order to get to LA. Cool, fine, all right. You used your friend's agency in order to sign Anthony Davis to the Lakers. All right, basically force a trade to the Lakers. Cool. Now you better deliver on this shit, bro. You better deliver. No excuses. All right. Between you and him, and again, whoever the 3rd person is we bring in, I don't believe in Kemba Walker, man. I don't believe in Kemba Walker. Then again, I don't know. As a 3rd option, maybe, but still, I mean, I don't know. If you go put him at the 2, yes, I'd much rather keep Rondo, and you can somehow get LeBron off the ball and have him and Anthony Davis with a shooter like, but I mean, you would say Bradley Beal, but You can't trade anybody else. You don't have nobody else really else to trade, so it's not gonna be Bradley Beal. So do you go after and then you got Kuzma at the 3, because you pretty much gonna be running LeBron at the 4, and you can put AD at the 5. So now do you go after Jimmy Butler? I mean, yeah, I like it, but am I signing Jimmy Butler to the max? Fuck no. Jimmy Butler better be willing to take, you know, I don't know what kind of deal he's gonna be willing to take, but I'm not offering to let him know from the jump, bro, I'm not giving you no max money. Just not doing it. And whatever you do, again, we don't really have to worry about any more trade scenarios because we don't have any assets to really trade, so I'm not really concerned with that. But you know, that third player is going to be pivotal. I much rather have Kemba over that, and then Brooklyn has already said, from what I've been told, that they're not gonna match the contract of what anybody offers D'Lo. I'm bringing D'Lo back, bro. I'm bringing D'Angelo Russell back. D'Angelo Russell should have never left the Lakers. You made the other he snitch or whatever, yeah, cool, whatever. But it's Swaggy P, bro. Who gives a fuck? Swaggy P's not in the league. All right, Swaggy P was a marginal player at best before when he was with the Lakers. The only reason he was fucking starting, or was he even starting? He wasn't even starting. He was like the 6th man, I think. But no, he was starting while Kobe was out. Then when Kobe came back, I think he moved to the 6th man. The only reason he was even relevant, and he was a major, like, even talked about, was because Kobe was out and he was in LA, so he was relevant because of that, because you saw him with the Lakers. Before that, who gave a fuck about Nick Young, bro? Nick Young's, you know what I'm saying? Nick Young, I mean, he was flashy here and there, and you know, he was the fashion guy, but game wise, nothing impressive. So I'll bring back D'Lo, bro. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely bring back D'Angelo Russell in a heartbeat. Have him as the third option. You know, have that firepower guy, that you're able to use like a mini Kyrie as offensive weapon in one-on-one situations, that type shit, because that's gonna be a lot of one-on-one running with LeBron anyway, man. There'll be a lot of LeBron driving to the hole, barreling through everybody, getting to the lane, and then dishing the rock out. So those type guys, bro. Looking for us to sign a whole bunch of shooters to vet minimums. I don't know what Kyle Korver's contract is looking like. If he's a free agent, look for us to sign Kyle Korver for the vet minimum. Look for us to sign a lot of other players, man. This is just spot up guys. Now that we got AD on the team and LeBron's pretty much trying to he has to guarantee a fucking championship this year. All right, he has no excuse. Golden State is again, they're down. Your next biggest competition is who? Realistically, if you're taking off last year's perspective, is going to be Denver. Okay, possibly Portland if they bring everybody back and they don't trade McCollum and Nurkic comes back healthy. Possibly Portland, but I don't believe in them either. Again, they just don't have what it takes. But the most dangerous team outside of that should be the Lakers on paper next year should be Denver. All right. So, and again, Denver doesn't have anywhere near the experience or the championship pedigree to be able to compete with LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and company, whoever the third string person may be, or whoever, so on and so forth. This is gonna be a blockbuster team next year, man. So all in all, man, welcome the Brow to the Lake Show. Motherfucker, you better stay healthy this year. I want you out 25, 30 games like you've been doing every other season. Maybe being in LA, the staff, as far as physical therapy staff, seems to be pretty good there. People haven't really been too much suffering injuries. But speaking of injuries, man, that's another big thing too, man. Look at the NBA to come out with some type of protocol or some type of guidelines as far as like player arrests and player fatigue, those type things, bro. This was a horrible look for not only the Golden State Warriors but the NBA's as an entire brand. In order for you to have two of your top 3 prospects in the free agency market go down within one series, bro, in the finals at that, that's that's a huge black eye in question to not only Golden State staff, but as far as like, you know, the league taking care of their players. Am I, you know, accusing Golden State of lying to the players or so on and so forth, or falsely diagnosing them in order to, you know, have them play? No, of course not. But, you know, if you can, you know, if you're a naysayer or what have you, you know that question is going to be asked, and those allegations are going to be put out there. But ultimately, man, this everything is upside down right now, and this is the year for everything fell into place for LeBron to steal this championship this year. Because, you know, had that not happened, who knows? I would still say Anthony Davis wasn't enough if you still had to go up against a full strength or even KD less, you know, original roster Golden State Warriors, and say you added Tobias Harris or whoever in the West with that system led by Steph Curry. Still got a couple sleeper squads. It's gonna be like OKC next year. OKC has some major moves to make and do. They need to move Russ to the 2. If they don't move Russ to the 2, I'm not taking it serious. If Russell Westbrook's the point guard again, and he averages anywhere near triple-double, they're not going to win the championship. They're never going to win that way. He's selfish. Okay? If you can't see that he's stat padding and he's selfish to the detriment of his team, you really don't know anything about basketball. Spurs, I don't see the Spurs doing anything. I don't see DeRozan demanding a trade. He can't really. But then again, I don't know what the Spurs are going to do right now. I see them getting rid of LaMarcus Aldridge, shipping him and seeing what they can get back for him, because he's pretty much not going to pan out there. He's capped out. Him and even though they supposedly him and Popovich came on the same fucking page. It's just, you know, it's just too much being there and them being nowhere close. Yeah. So, all in all, man, that's that on that. And I'll catch you on the next one, bro. Lake Show. You know what I'm saying? LA. All day. We out.